Welcome back. Thank you so much for your time. So how did focusing on the good and bad in situations go? I'd love to hear back from you, just on how it went. What worked? What didn't work? Was there any wins? Was there things that you just didn't enjoy? Now, if you were to rate yourself out of 10, how much effort did you put into transforming how we look at things? And well, if this is your reminder, then that's awesome too. That is mindfulness working its magic. I am your mindfulness today. So there's part B of session 3, 2 more micro techniques. But before that, I wanted to talk a little bit about what we're really doing. This is just a reminder that we're cultivating, practicing, or remembering the importance of compassion / self-compassion. Now, a big part of a huge practice that we're being forced into is something called radical acceptance. And by this I mean we're having to do something so new, so radical, you've never done it before. Now, you may have heard someone like Tara Brach use that term. I just love the idea of, and it's so relatable to what we're doing now. And wonderfully, you've been given a body and mind that is so adaptable. It is so incredible that if we can continue to radically accept, as we've been doing, which really is the only choice that we have at the moment, we'll be showing our minds something amazing, something that is truly radical. Now, you don't need to be some sort of spiritual guru right now either. It's okay to be afraid. It's okay to be confused. There is a tremendous sense of confusion out there. Now, the news seems to change so drastically, daily. And for many, just this constant change can be frightening. Now, the human species, we don't deal well with change. You know, we're typically anxious creatures. And I can't tell you that nothing bad is going to happen over the next few weeks. For me, for my family, for yours, I truly don't know. I wonder whether anyone actually does. This is a difficult time to be present, to be here, to be with how we're feeling. And I'm not telling you how to think, how to feel. I want you to begin to really, truly listen to you, like maybe you've never done before. Become so good at self-understanding and self-compassion that this rubs off onto all those that are around you. It's a noisy, strange old world out there, or maybe not as noisy, different types of noise, I suppose, that we can get caught up in it all. Now, I know that when we feel a little lost, a little uncertain, maybe even a little afraid, it's very difficult to just get rid of anxiety. And if you are afraid right now, I just want you to know I'm here for you. Like me, you're human too. And if you're okay right now, then that is amazing too. You have some space, some capacity to help. And do you know what? I'm here for you as well. This is our time to be human, to be loved, seek support, and connect again with our loved ones, to feel sadness and confusion, to be human. Just please do not let that humanness consume you, or that anxiety consume you. A big part of the human condition is the benefits to our body and mind of sharing how we're feeling. Now, I've seen some incredibly open and honest messages on social media, people crying out for help. Now, we're in a space of unprecedented times, and the only way we can meet this is with unprecedented action. To begin to meet the moment with freshness and understanding, acceptance and compassion. This is the way you will not just meet this hurdle, but every other hurdle that comes at you as well. Now, acceptance doesn't mean forgiveness. It doesn't mean not remembering. It just means your heart is open to what is to come, that it has the space to receive what will happen rather than what already has. And maybe you feel a little lost right now. Do you know what? Right now you could never feel more part of this human condition. I'd be surprised if someone like the Dalai Lama, who for me is one of the happiest people on this planet, would not be feeling a little strange, a little anxious. Maybe not so much for him, but for us. He doesn't see him. He sees humanity in all of its glory. So, as we bring forth something that is unstoppable, maybe you can feel it. It's a virus of some sort, although this one is bringing us together like we've never seen before. So with that little thing off my chest, sorry, I don't know where all that came from. I just wanted to express that connection with this human condition that we have, that we are all one. We are stronger together. So systematic mind training technique number 2. Now for this one, it's called transforming unconstructive worry into constructive worry. Now I need you to go and grab a pen and paper, press pause and come back to me when you're ready. Or you can do it on email or on your phone, whatever you want to do, but just grab something that we can put a little bit of information down. You're back? Awesome. So, I want you to think of something that you found yourself worrying over or found yourself overthinking in the past 24 hours. And I want you to write this down. I want you to write down, type it in, whatever it is. Write down this worry. What were you worried about? What were you overthinking? Just write whatever comes to mind, whatever you found yourself overthinking. Now, just the process of writing things down can be incredibly therapeutic itself. It can often relieve ourselves of the worry as we begin to distance ourselves from what we perceived was the problem, and actually sometimes in reality it's not as big a problem as we seem. But for this particular practice there's a couple more steps. So next, I want you to ask yourself this question, looking at what you've written down: can I change what it is that I am worried about? Yes or no? Now if you can't change it, we just need to remind ourselves that there's nothing that we can do. That radical acceptance is that we need to radically accept that something's happened and that we can't change it. Now for those that we can change, what I want you to do, I want you to write down 1, 2, 3, 4 underneath, and we're going to look at some strategies to overcome this worry. But here's a little one that I did earlier, or made earlier, baked earlier, whatever it is. So my worry was, I can't concentrate as my family is too loud and distracting. Anyway, but can I change it? Well, I can. Yeah, I can change. Obviously, I can change down the decibels. So I needed to think of a strategy for resolution. So my number 1 was speak with the family and ask them, can we work together? Can we work together on this? Explain to them the problem. Number 2, lock them in their rooms and throw away the... No, I'm only messing. Don't do that. Number 2, accept that the kiddies are going to be loud and come up with some games and things for them to do so that you don't have to, so that you have some time to do whatever you need to. 3, prioritize your day so that you know when they're occupied, that is your quiet time. And 4, use some of that technology just to give you a bit of space to focus on the more important tasks that need some quiet time. Use the technology. Don't feel like it's a bad thing. Use it. Now this is just an example. Yours may be different. You know your home better than I do, of course. But that's just another technique, bringing your worry out and bringing a solution, turning what was unconstructive into something constructive. Now is that all right? Maybe a little bit? No, not so much. Maybe if it's not this one, there's going to be others as well for you to enjoy. But all I ask you to do is please give them a try. You're not going to be perfect. You're probably going to suck at it, and that is awesome. At the moment, you have more than enough time on your hands. So, systematic mind training number 3. This one is a little practice in compassion. Now what I'm going to ask you to do, and it's going to be a bit sadistic again, come back to a worry, maybe something different from before, but just particularly just bring up another thing that you've been worried about. Maybe it was the finance, the mortgage, the home, the wife, the husband, the kids, whatever it was, and bring it up to mind. And I just want you to bring this worry really up into your thoughts. What happened? Just keep it one that's been recent, one that's been fresh. What's happened? What happened? Who was there? What really created this worry for you? Maybe it was work fears. Maybe it was your partner getting on your nerves, your kids, as I was saying. Anything that you can bring to mind that you found yourself overthinking. Really bring it into your mind. What happened? And as you're bringing this in, just listening. Normally when these things happen, we go instantly for distraction. Work, TV, drink, exercise, whatever it is. Loads of things we can do. So this little practice, like I said before, we're learning to be curious. Inspect, lean into. This is unprecedented times, and we're doing some unprecedented practices. Well, hopefully not totally unprecedented. So again, bringing this to mind. You can do this with your eyes open or closed. You'll find it easier with your eyes closed, but either way is okay. But I really want you to bring to mind again, what was the worry? What started it? What drove you to have this sense of worry? Really bringing it to mind. And as you're bringing this to mind, what you begin to find is sometimes the body changes with it. They talk about this embodying how we think. And the feelings we can begin to feel it. And I want you to feel into the body. Almost I use my hands like this because it's sort of like you feel like you're feeling into it. Feeling onto where's changed because of the way you've been thinking. Now often sometimes it might be in the heart or in the stomach, in the shoulders, in the hands, in the feet, wherever it is. And I want you to lean into it, feel it. Maybe feel, maybe there's a bit of movement there. Maybe there's a bit of a sicky feeling, pins and needles, whatever it is. And feel onto it. Often sometimes when I'm anxious I can feel my heart going. I feel a sense of sicky in my stomach, and that's okay. Just feeling onto it. Feel into where it is in the body, this what's changed because of the worry. And from here what I want you to do, just bring your attention down into your feet. Just feeling your feet on the floor. And feeling your legs in the chair, wherever you are, whether you're sat or lay down, just feeling the legs. And feeling your shoulders and your back as well. Maybe even just moving your shoulders around, adjusting them again. And then bringing some attention onto your breath. And I just want you to take 3 big deep breaths. We're going to do this together. So big deep breath in, big deep breath out. Twice more to go, in, and out, and in, and out, and then letting your breath go back to the normal rhythm. And then we're going to, as we breathe in this time, I just want you to say in your thoughts the word calm, and as you breathe out saying the word ease. Breathe in calm, and breathe out ease, and breathe in calm, and breathe out ease. And one more, calm and ease. And then I want you to go and find that place that was changed, the stomach, the heart, wherever it was, and I want you to lean up against it again. Feel into it. Remain with it as long as you want to, and then you just repeat that same thing. Go back to the 3 breaths, 3 deep breaths, 3 breaths saying calm and ease, and then keep leaning onto it again. Come back, 3 breaths, come back, leaning onto it until it totally disappears, and I promise you it will. Just continue to go with it. If it gets too much, walk away. Okay? So how was that? Interesting? Of course, as always, I'd love your feedback. So that is it for today. You are doing amazing. Please keep it going. Re-listen to these techniques, but give them a try. Now you can go back and watch them as much as you like. It's about creating the change that we want. We can't keep doing the same thing expecting different results, as Einstein would say. And don't forget, I'm here as always for you. Have an amazing rest of your day. And see you soon.